Everyone, I came up with a new sport you're gonna love this one. Okay, this is called fishing for evil. Yes, it's a good one. Okay, because I used to fish in Colorado. I grew up fishing, and I used to love to fish, right? So here's the thing. This is called fishing for evil people, and this is what you do. Because I actually had a gift card to eat at Chipotle, so I went in to use this gift card. And thank you, because your creator actually gave me this card. It's a long story. Anyway, so I got to use this gift card, and here's what's funny about this. So this is what you do, okay? And people have been laughing because they told some people at Chipotle and a pilot that had talked to you. Long story there. I'm sorry, Kirk. You always go off these tangents, just don't tell us. I'm sorry. So here's the thing is, so what you do is, see, I was sitting right there on the table. This is what you do. So you go there and you sit there and you get your food and just act like you're just a normal sitting passerby, right? And then you take a $100 bill. It'd be nice if you had a fake one. You set it right on your dash. I know this thing's filthy because I haven't had a chance. It gets dust from construction and everything like that. It's just a mess. And I always have the windows down, right? So anyway, it's just full of dust. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that, but just so you know, it's like, why is there always crap in Kirk's things? Because it's always dusty in the construction sites. Leave the windows on. So anyway, so you take a $100 bill with a nice lighted area, right here, and you'll leave the windows down, right? Now, I wouldn't recommend tempting evil, but this is what you do. So you'll leave the windows down. So I left my window down, very lit in here, and so you can see a $100 bill. You leave the window down, right? And then some evil person comes walking by, right? Because, oh my gosh, look, there's a $100 bill and the windows are down. There's nobody around. So then they go running and they try to grab your $100 bill and they say, "Hey, you stop it, you evil. Don't steal my 100, right?" So it's called fishing for evil. Now, see, here's the thing that's kind of neat about it. It says, it's just like fishing. See, like fishermen, you're going to have the one that's, I had one guy actually come by and like kind of look and gawk and, "Hey, is there a 100? Yeah, so you might get a nibble. That might be a nibbler, or one that kind of gets up close to the vehicle and says, "Oh, I don't know, kind of looking around, kind of nibble like fish do." Then you got the one that steals your bait. It's gonna run up and grab your $100 bill real quick and then take off running. So you've got to watch out for the steal your bait fisherman guy. And then you got the ones who, And then see, you got to be careful about the big fish, right? You want to catch the biggest fish you can. It's part of the game, but and measure it. So if it's like 6'8" and some big muscular guy, you might want to think about doing this, because that might be a big situation right there, right? That's too big a fish to handle, right? That's like ocean fishing right in the parking lot. So anyway, that's what's funny about it. I just told these guys, I walked in and I was all serious about this. I said, "Man, I didn't even get a nibble out there fishing in the parking lot." And they're like, "What?" I said, "I didn't get a nibble." I said, "You wouldn't believe this." I said, "This is the worst fishing I've ever had." And they're laughing. I was like, "Well, bud, you can't really fish in the pavement." I said, No. I'm fishing for people, not fish." And I explained it to them. I said, "I'm fishing for evil, the thief, the evil forces." And they laughed. They said, "Well," one guy even said, "Bud, you got to head further south because this area is too clean." I don't know though anymore. You can find evil in any part of this world. So, but maybe he's right. He says, and then I made a joke, and this ain't funny, but because I've used Walmart at times because I'm broke. But I told them, "I got a better fishing hole." And they said, "What's that?" I said, "Walmart." And they said, "Oh, you got it, bud." I said, "I'm gonna go to Walmart, leave the window down, near the back of the parking lot, man." I said, "That'll be a nibbler in about 10 seconds." I said, "That's good, And they laughed, and I said, "Oh, yeah, that or some kind of convenience store, some broken down convenience store with a bunch of, I'm not judging brothers that are drugs, because, we're trying to help them, but people on drugs and stuff like that." So you understand some of this I'm a mockery. I'm not doing this. I wouldn't actually do this to people. I wouldn't go to Walmart and do that, folks. You know that. So, but I am tempted to try this someday just out of curiosity to see if one of Satan's puppets would come by and, "Hey, there's a $100 bill." But it could get kind of dangerous. It's something you want to be careful and think about, right? And, you want to have, the power of God with you and there's things like that, the angels and things. And you want to be careful thinking about this. I'm not sure if you should ever tempt evil because, tempt it is not always a good thing to do, right? Because we play defense mostly. So I don't know. I'm actually going to think about that if I actually ever do it. I'm tempted to do this, but I'm telling you, you got to be careful in that situation because, there's even in Scripture. I'm not going to go down the Christian thing because I got to explain a lot about Christianity. There's a lot of false traps in Christianity, but there's also good stuff as well, like everything, truths and lies, right? Well, anyway, there's Scripture that says don't entertain demons, and you might be entertaining a demon by I'm putting $100 bill down and seeing what's going to happen, right? So, you know, because we could spend that time and resources helping another brother or sister versus wasting our time playing around with evil, right? That could actually be helping someone in the street that might need help, or a true situation that instead of creating a situation. But even though that's said, though, remember this world's full of temptations to test people and do this. So you be part of that test system to maybe help somebody, but I don't know how that would turn out if you could help them, you know, by tempting them and laying that down, because that's like even officers, you know, it's called entrapment, where so even by law, you're not really supposed to be sitting on the side of a road and encouraging people to speed up or slow down to entrap them. You know what I mean? That'd be like me walking up to somebody and saying, like even ladies really good looking who are prostitution, you know, trying to entrap somebody into using their sexual appeal to get them arrested. You know, it'd be entrapment. Entrapment is because you're taking somebody who's vulnerable and then turning them into being a criminal immediately. You know, so you gotta be careful, because we're not ones here to tempt. We're here ones to provide love and peace versus trying to be the ones who are entrapping people and things like that. So anyway, so just so you know, I mean, so that's probably why I probably will never do it, because I don't want to play that game and be the person who entrapping somebody. Like I said, there's probably somebody who might be able to help it. See, are you going to destroy, are you going to cause problems with 3 people? It's about just that one person. I mean, but see, if you save one person, 9 go down, yeah, you know, I don't know. See, it gets too iffy. So anyway, God bless, and you know, we'll talk about the fishermen of temptations. The fishermen. I love y'all.